Hello everybody and welcome back to the craft room with Tanya. Thank you so much for joining me again. I greatly appreciate it. I also very much appreciate all of the lovely comments that have been left with kind encouragement and support. It means the world, so thank you very much for that. I'm just taking a quick slurp of my honey and lemon to keep the throat from drying up. This is my mushroom card. I absolutely love this little card. I don't know if you can see the iridescent shimmer on that. Oh, lots of lovely sparkle. It's subtle. You hardly notice it at times, but it's there. Now, I've done this card in two parts to keep the videos nice and short. Also, some people want to make the background without doing the card, so it's entirely up to you. So I've already shown you how to do the background in part one. Now I'm going to show you how we can make the card itself. I hope, providing all goes according to plan, which it doesn't usually do. Now, this is my first attempt at doing this card, so fingers crossed it actually translates and I don't have to do it 3 or 4 times as per normal. Now, this is just a bit of craft card. Anything at all will do. It doesn't have to be. I like a good strong card. I have to be honest, this is a bit flimsy for me, but it's all I have left. But we're going to be sticking all of our little frames on like this. It's such a shame, isn't it? You lose so much. This is going to go, what way am I going to put that? Oh, I have to have a think about that, but probably there like that. So we could just get a little hint of the background there. And with all these frames, you fairly make the card a good bit more solid. So it doesn't really matter. I actually, believe it or not, I have cut this out of foolscap. You know, the A4 foolscap files that you would have put documents in and then filed away. I've used these. I've used those even for these cards in the past. Use what you've got. Don't be afraid to get in there and have a poke around and upcycle. And it's always a good, you can even get a little stamp on the back that says this card is made from recycled products, which is terribly in vogue at the moment and quite rightly should be. Okay, let's get going. I'm just going to put my little card in front of me here so that I remember what direction I'm going in. Now, I'm sure you can guess before I open my mouth where these little dies came from. They are Gummiapan. Gummiapan is a Swedish... Get the mouth in order. Hold on. Gummiapan is a Swedish manufacturer. They make stamps, dies, stencils. They're a great company. I love them. Absolutely love them. You can buy from Gummiapan direct. Gummiapan.com, but you can also get them from the UK. Now, unfortunately, I have no idea in Australia or United States where you would order these from direct in your own country, but do what I did. Stick in Gummiapan dies in Google and find out. There is one in the UK, a company called Meisa, Meissa, and they have a wonderful offer on in the moment. No, I am not being paid to say this. I am just letting you know because it's a 50% off offer. And I am an absolute bargain hunter. I love a bargain. Not only have Meissa got this offer on, it's a mystery bag. So you order the bag. It's £50 worth of goods. It can be stamps or dies or whatever, and it will arrive in the post. And you don't know what's in it until you open it, but you do know that everything is 50% off. It's £50 worth of stamps and dies, and you buy it for 25. I have just ordered one because I actually want to do a little challenge on the videos when I open it I want to make something from it there and then and show you. Okay, so Gummiapan dies, they are the most exquisite little dies. They're so elegant and dainty and detailed, and I love them. Love them. Right, pop those out of the road. I keep my dies, by the way, in this little jar. These were cheesecakes, Gu cheesecake jars, and I thought they were so sweet and dainty. I thought, oh, I'm sure I can find a use for those. I cut a little bit of a magnet, stuck them in. Oh, that was on top of the other one. Yeah, stuck them in, and look at that. They do keep my little dies in place for me, and I don't lose them, because I'd be absolutely distraught if I lost one of those. Right, now I have already pre-cut my little Gummiapan mushrooms, and what I'm going to do is stack these. Now they're small. You could stack them in, I've just done duplicates. You could do triplicates and stack the triplicates if you wanted, but I think for this one, duplicates is probably fine. It's up to you. It's down to personal choice, but for expediency today, I'm just going to stack the two. I only stacked two in the last one, and I think they look absolutely super, so I'm not too concerned. Now, I'm going to paint these. You can use your alcohol markers or pens or whatever you have with these, but I am going to use my Destruct. I'm off again. Oh, the mouse is not working this morning at all. I'm going to use my Distress Oxides. These are my go-to, and I have been talking to you about how these are water reactive. These are wonderful, wonderful inks. And like I said, if anybody is just starting out, I think these are a great go-to, just to get you up and running. You can buy a small spectrum of colours, but because they're water reactive, you can mix them. So it's you get your basic blues or blue, not blues, get your basic blue, red, yellow, green, etc., black, and you can make, you can mix them and make whatever colours you need. So these are a fabulous ink to get you up and running. And I just wanted to show you this morning, or today, or whatever time it is where you are, I just wanted to show you how to get up and up. Oh, I really am having a morning of it, aren't I? I really do need to get my head engaged with my mouth. Which my husband would tell you is quite a challenge. Okay, so I'm going to paint these little jobbies this morning just to show you how you can use these inks with water just as a paint. So let's get stuck in, and hopefully I'll not have to think too much. Now, I want to do 2, 2, and 2. So pop them out of the road, and I'm going to start with these little ones. I think, what colour do I want to do these? I did these the yellowy colour the last time, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, let's stick to that. All right, now I'm using scattered straw. I think I'm using scattered straw. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. It's a nice light yellow, and it's great for the stalks. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the top and the frill of my mushroom. I'm sure there's a technical term for that. If there is, I beg your pardon, because I'm not a mushroom expert and I have absolutely no idea what it's called. So I'm just going to refer to it as a frill. And I'm going to do the caps and the frill on one mushroom, and on the other mushroom, I'm just going to do the stem. Simple as that. So we'll start with the stems, and we'll do the stems of the 3 mushrooms because they're all going to be the same. Okay, and I just take a little bit of the colour and get my brush going, take off a bit of that water and add a little bit more, and I just do a wash. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, that gets me started. I don't need to do this one, and it will become clear later why. Okay, that's that one. And this one. And all I need to do is the little stalks. on those 3. Now, I want to do more than just paint them yellow. Obviously, I want to... Oh, that's the wrong colour. Duh. I'm using Vintage Photo. That is Rusty Hinge. We will be using that on the cap in a minute. But what I want to do here is just get a little bit of shade. So do you see, can you see that, the way I can mix these colours? And trust me, I am absolutely and utterly no artist, but all I want to do is run a little bit of definition around this to give me a bit of shade and shadow. So just anywhere where there would be a shadow normally, just highlight it in, or low light it in, or whatever. I have no idea. Like I said, I'm not an artist, but this is just fun. You know, it's great fun. Now I just want to get a little bit of detail in around that frill and this frill as well. There we go. That's it. That's all we need. And that's our 3 stems done. Now, let me get the cap done on this one. And this one we're doing, get rid of a little bit of that water. We're doing yellow. So what I'm going to do is put my wash on first, just like that. Do you know what? I'm going to add a little bit of that orange in there. Just a tad. Just to give a little bit. It's not orange, it's Rusty Hinge. It's not really orange. And then I'm going to bring my brown in for more shade. I need to let that dry a bit, I think, before I get any more brown on it. I can maybe do this side. Yeah, I can do this side. And down here, it's just a wee bit damp in that bottom. No, it's coming, it's coming. Now, just remember that we only need... There. I think that's okay. I think that's pretty. That'll do lovely. Right. So I only need the cap. Oh, I forgot about my frill. Silly moo. All right, let's see. I want to do the little frill on these because I'm going to cut these off, I think. And I've went and done all the detail on those ones. I'm daft. So here we go. There we go. I'm not liking that one as much. Told you this paint was versatile. You just wick it off if you don't like it. Right, I'm going to do these frills on both these mushrooms. Yeah. Because I'm going to stack the frill as well. Now I need to let those dry a little bit. I wonder, is that other one dry enough to put on a little bit of brown? I just want to highlight it here and there. Just where it needs a bit of shade. There we go. Perfect. Now we'll set that to the side. Might as well do the cap on this one. So this one I'm going to do, I might as well do this nice Rusty Hinge. I love this colour. Mix a little bit of that in. And look at that, isn't that glorious? Now, I'm not being too particular because I'm not going to be using this stem. So please don't worry, I'm being a bit slapdash. Now, what I want to do is I want to bring in a bit more of the dark brown, which it's not really dark, it's Vintage Photo is the name. But this is just to give me, once again, can you see that? Are you okay? A little bit of definition and shadow. Like really simple. Look, you don't have to be Picasso to work on these. Honestly, you don't. Right, now I just give this a bit of a quick clean, so I know where I'm going. And the next one I'm going to do, this is my little red cap, because these are a bit samey. Can you see those? Yeah, they're a bit samey. But this one, I'm going to lift the colour with Abandoned Coral. This is a lovely colour. I find that, oh, I use this quite a lot. Abandoned Coral. Lovely. Now, when I started out with card making, I purchased Stampin' Up inks. And I bought every colour that I could get my hands on. Because it was all I was familiar with because I went to Stampin' Up class. It was a very dear friend of mine. We had moved just after COVID, and my husband had been unwell. I'm just going to add in a bit of definition here again with a shadow. So we moved, and a very dear friend of mine lived nearby, and I met her for lunch, and she said, you know, have you got into any craft groups? Because she knows I'm craft mad. I knit, I crochet, I embroider. I love crafts, just love it. I even do a little bit of, you know, I'm not particularly happy. I think I want a little bit more red on that. I really want to lift this one, so I'm just going to make him a bit more cheerful looking, I think. Yeah, that's better. That's better. I don't want them being too samey. They are a wee bit, but I think they'll work. Yeah, we'll see. We'll give it a go. Now, we can clean up, because I don't anticipate that I'll be doing any more painting unless I make an absolute mess of it. So I'm giving that a clean. This is just a bit of kitchen roll. And then I'll give it a go over to make sure I've lifted all of that ink with my baby wipes. And then dry it off. There we go. Nice clean board for a nice clean card. Now let's get stuck in. Right, I'm just going to give these a few minutes to dry. Just make sure that they're all firmly dry before I start adding embellishments and glue. So what I'm going to do while they're drying is I'm just going to very, very quickly stack these. I'm trying to keep an eye on the time so that I don't end up at 45 minutes or something ghastly, which has happened, because I do tend to rub it on a bit. Okay, now we'll stack this on. You could actually, if you wanted to, go around those with a wee bit of your luster wax. Now, have I got that straight? Nope, I have not. Isn't that the great thing about glue? It gives you that second chance. It's a whole lot more forgiving than the tape. Right, let me just make sure that that's straight, because there's nothing. Oh no, there's me keeping everything clean, and I end up getting glue on my finger and on the card, and that is not wanting to come off easily. But I think we've got it. Yep, that's it. Good job. Right, so let's get this pressed down all round. Lovely. And then we'll do this one. Oh gosh, the lid's off, Tanya. We'll do this one. Now I'm just flattening out my glue in case it splodges and does the same thing and ends up everywhere. Right, place this. Make sure I've got it square. Is that right? Oh, I've moved it. Tanya. Yeah, I think that's good to go. There we go. Give it a nice flatten down. And then I'll be popping this bit in here. Now, do be careful. This is why I use a like of foolscap card and things like that, because you have quite a little bit of card stacked on top of the other here. It's very, very effective, I think. But you do need to, can you see that? Okay, am I in shot? Let me get this straightened up and then I'll check. Is that me? There we go. Is that better? Now, what way do I want to stack my little mushrooms? I think I want to put them this way. Okay. Right, that's that already, and we're ready to pop that onto the card when we've finished. Sorry, I'm slurping my honey and lemon again. I do apologise. Right. Let's get these stacked and good to go. Right, our little mushrooms now. I'm just making a bit of room here so that I can think clearly and not be in a muddle. Where are my scissors? Here they are. Now I use these are sharp, long, they have a nice long point on them. They're a pair of Stampin' Up scissors, but really and truthfully, any narrow, long, sharp point scissors will do for trimming your dies. Now, I'm using, these are my backgrounds, and these are my foregrounds. So just to make sure I get this right, because you wouldn't believe the amount of times I've cut the wrong one. Now, the Gumia Pan are incredible because I'm going to make sure I get the right one. Right, I'll pop those out of the way till I get the right, because especially with the little frills, they'll not fit. Like I was saying, Gumia Pan are incredible because, oopsie daisy, put that out of the road. With their dies, they actually have little cuts. Oh. They have little cuts already. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, it is. They have, I don't know if you can see them on these, but there's little cut marks right through. Do you see there's one there, and there's one there, and there's one there. And all you have to do is trim them along those marks. Now, that's that little, do you know what? I'm going to put that together before I forget what's what. And I'm going to use my good old trusted Nuvo Smooth Precision glue pen. Simply because this one, there we go, is brilliant for fine dies. Now look at that. Let me get that position. That's not right, is it? Just a little bit more. There we go. Isn't that cute? Now, this is the fiddly bit with this little jobby here. Get him in. Oh, that's a good start. Now, some of you might be sitting there thinking, why in the name of goodness do you want to stack that titchy tiny wee frill? Would you be bothered? But do be bothered, because the amount of definition it gives your die is absolutely incredible, and it makes it jump right out of the picture. And you could stack, you know, I could have done those in white and then stacked a third, but it's just, I'm trying to get on, show you how to do it, and not take all day about it. Right, this is a nice easy one. Let's get this little jobby finished. These are still drying. They're not quite there yet. Snip, snip, and there he goes. And a little bit of glue. There we go. And pop him down. Now, isn't he? Oh, look at that. It's too cute. I love these Gumia Pan mushroom dies. Absolutely love them. Right, another little snip. I'll put that lid on because that glue dries out really quickly if you don't. I love Nuvo glues, I have to be honest. I used to use Tombow for everything, and I was introduced to the Nuvo glues by Christine in one of her videos, and I thought, oh, I'll give that a go. And then I spotted the Glue Precision pen, and for me, I think they're fantastic, and they're not overly expensive. I get them from a company, oopsie daisy, called, sorry, just focusing because this is tricky. I think I got that in the wrong spot there. There we go. Fixed. Perfect. Now I'm just going to get rid of these little offcuts and the glue all over my fingers and get these down. Yep. I get my Nuvo in the UK, and it comes from a company called Tonic Studios, And to anybody else that uses Tonic Studios or that wants to acquire glues, or if you're starting out and you just want to get set up, they have a sale on at the minute on a lot of their Nouveau products. Now, I don't think it includes those glues, unfortunately, but there are a lot of shimmer powders, shimmer... Sorry, let me just get another wee sip of my honey and lemon. I'm getting a bit croaky. Shimmer powders, shimmer pastes, cracked pastes, lots of different. They're doing like a warehouse clearance, and there's up to 70% off. So I would definitely give them a check out if you're like me and you like your bargains. Get on the internet and have a nosy. If you are going to be purchasing things, you know, it's good that you know about those things, because this is a time that you can get a little bit off. Why not? Now, just putting those out of the way. Now, what I want to do is just, once again, just give them that little bit of pizzazz. So I have, this is a Uniboss pigment ink. It's like a little highlighter. What is the other one? Jelly? Is it a jelly pen? I do have another one. Bear with me. Where is it? Oh, I don't know where I've put it. I've that many of them. Do you know that? It's ridiculous. Is that not it? Yeah, Jelly Roll. These are great. It doesn't matter which one you use, but I'm using this one because I want to use it up. And I find it's very good. And all this does is drops a little bit of white paint. Sometimes. That's it coming now. It drops a little bit of white paint where I want it to go. Do you see that? See? And it gives it a little bit more colour and definition. Now, there's already little dots marked on the card from the die, so I'm assuming that's where my spots would be. So that's where I'm placing them. Or at least some of them. Might add an extra wee one or two somewhere. There we go. Stands out lovely on the red mushroom, actually. There. Oh, look. What's not to love? So easy to do. And what's not to love? You could do that with a bit of white acrylic paint. You might have to do 2 or 3 layers to get it, but simple. You could just do that with white acrylic paint. I'm just, once again, trying to get it done as quickly as possible. Now, here's my little piece. These are still drying, so let's try and get them glued down. Now, I'm going to use a combination of my 2 glues here. My Nouveau Deluxe Adhesive Clear Drying Craft Glue and my Precision Pen. Is that dry? I don't want that to smudge. I think it is. That's another, great part of using, oops, that's too much. It's come out there. I should have used the Precision Pen, but don't worry. If it comes out like that, get a little bit of scrap paper, as you do, and smudge it off with the scrap paper. Instead of getting it all over your card or your die and spoiling everything. Now, silly goose, I want to place these. Where do I want them? I want my tall one not in the middle. I'm going to put the little red one in the middle. So I want him over the top of the red one. Do I? I want the red. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I forgot to give them dimension. It's not essential. You don't have to. Don't worry about it. But I am going to cut a little bit of foam tape. I think there's a bit of hair on that one. And put it down in the middle. Whoopsie-daisy. There. And try and get the backing off. Where's my tweezers? There we go. It's just as well I remembered. Now I want to put this one, I want him there. Look at that. Now I'm just going to have to hold him down for, or her. I don't know why I do that. I don't know why I give, isn't it pronouns? To the dies. So all I'm doing is giving it a few minutes to adhere around the foam. Now that's giving it a little bit of definition, but not as much as I would like, and that was my big mushroom. So there you go. We all make mistakes, but it's, listen, nothing's carved in stone. It's not the end of the world. The person that receives it will know no better. So don't despair. If you wanted to, oh, that hasn't stuck. If you wanted to, what you could do is put another layer on, but you don't have to. Now, there we go. I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape in before I forget and charge on ahead. If at £1 for every time I do that, you know, I'd be a very, very wealthy woman. There we go. Doesn't have to be an enormous piece, just a titchy wee bit to give it definition. That's all we need. There we go. There we go. Now, and a little bit of, do you know what? I'm going to do the rest of that with the precision pen so I don't get it everywhere. There we go. Can you see that? Am I working off camera again? Now, just running the precision pen up here very, very gently. I don't want too much glue splodging out all over the card and spoiling the whole thing. Bad enough that I nearly forgot to put any definition in at all. Right, let's see. I think there's a tad too much at the bottom of this one, so I'm just gonna, there we go. Perfect. Now, I want my little red one in the middle, so let me turn him round. Like that. Yeah, I think like that. I think I'll have him like that. Perfect. Oops, no, not really perfect. He's going askew if there. Did you see that? But we got him straightened up. There we go. Oh, that's so sweet, isn't it? Nothing like self-praise, is there? But sure, we're crafters. Now, forgive my involuntary tremor. It's the devil's own. It's not nerves, I promise. It's simply an involuntary tremor. I'm plagued with it. But sometimes it's worse than others. I don't really understand why, but it is. Okay, there we go. No harm, no foul. Isn't that gorgeous? So all I have to do now is mount that to my card. I wouldn't recommend using foam tape on that. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Another slap. Hold on. There we go. I wouldn't recommend using your foam tape because there's enough layers here and it'll cost you more getting it through the post. So I'm going to leave it there. I've done this face on this one a little bit smaller than the other one because I actually do want to put a sentiment. So what I might do is lift it up a hair about there and then just put a nice little sentiment down at the bottom here saying happy birthday. But there you go. I will take a photograph of this and put it at the in the thumbnail image for you on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. It is so easy and it's a great way to show you how you can use your distress inks, you know, not just on the backgrounds but also on, you know, to paint with and colour. You don't need to go to an enormous expense and buy a fortune's worth of Copic markers or alcohol pens or whatever you like to call them. You don't really need to. Your distress oxide inks will get you up and running just beautifully. So do bear that in mind. I highly recommend them. I think they're very versatile and I love them. I absolutely love using them. So once again, thank you so much for joining me and watching and sticking through all 34 minutes of it. Please do give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and please subscribe. 2 reasons. Number 1, it means that you don't miss any of the up-and-coming videos. And number 2, apparently it helps my algorithm. Now, I haven't boldly notion what that is, but it's a good thing with YouTube, apparently. So I really do appreciate it. And we are going to do a little giveaway. I say we. That sounds like I'm talking about myself in plural, but you know what I mean. Third person, isn't that what they say? My husband and I and my son were talking about this. I was so chuffed how many people had subscribed. I think we're nearly at 150 at the minute. I can't believe that. Can't believe 150 people want to continue to watch my card making, but I'm blown away, absolutely chuffed to bits. So I thought, everybody's been so lovely and so kind and so encouraging. I want to give a little bit back. So for all of you that have subscribed and left me those really lovely comments, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away a little spare, and we're going to put the names into a hat. Hubby's going to pull one out, and whoever that person is, 2 embossing folders will be winging their way to you. So thank you very, very much. I really, really appreciate all your kindness and support. Please take care and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.